Hello, Buzz. Is there something wrong? It's nothing, sucks. I'm supposed to win this war and get us all back to Earth before the Zerg invasions arrived. You mean the solar system? Pardon? According to the analysis, the Z really actually stands for the Solar System Empire. Solar System. Like solar? Exactly. Wow. Never thought of that before. But still. I can't believe I'm failing this just like my father. Pardon? Buzz, you never mentioned about your father before. What was he like? Well, I don't know much about him. I never even met him in person. Well, actually, I did once, until now. Please tell me. Was he brave? Generous? Very generous. When I was a kid, I looked up to him. He was the most greatest space rangers of all Star Command. He saved a lot of orphans, helped senior citizens, destroyed an asteroid before it crash landed Earth and other planets around it. I wanted to be like him. I wanted to be brave, strong, tactics, especially during my training. I almost failed back until the General Alicia Hawthorne inspired me to keep moving forward no matter the cost. But what about Izzy? She's trying to keep moving forward too. The truth is, the reason why, because I was a rookie too. I learned to overcome these conflicts. So after that, I became more tactic. But that doesn't explain why else are you tactic and very firm. Later on the news, my father was on an urgent rescue mission. There were Space Ranger cadets on that ship. My he tried to save them on that remote planet. That was when the Zerg ships arrived. Star Command's finest enemies. They were piloted by robots built by an unknown origin. They claim that they're from the future. Really? Yes. After that, they crash landed. They searched for his body, but he was gone. He was? Yes. After that, I had to accept the truth. And what about the cadets? That's what I was going to tell you. And as for the cadets, only 3 survived, the rest were dead. I never saw them again. I mean, saw him again. So I made a promise never to fail like he had, no matter for what cost and no matter for what price. I'm sorry, Buzz, about your father. He would be proud of you if you take your trust for Izzy. For now, she needs you. General Hawthorne needs you. All right, let's go talk to Izzy, Moen, and Darby. They're probably waiting for me. What the space craters? I'm detecting a Cyclops heading this way. Berserk. Cyclops. All right, state yourself. Commander Lightyear. Actually, it's Captain. Whatever. I hereby place you under custody by the Emperor Zerg. What does he want with me? Come with him, and I will proceed. How come you never spoke before? I didn't. This does not concern you. Feline hyperintelligence. Now move. Actually, I'm a robot companion. That does not concern you. Now move. Look, Buzz is under my protection, and if you think, oh, socks. Buzz. Oh no, that can't be right. I better go warn the others. Zerg, I have brought in Lightyear as requested. Excellent work, Bongo. Leave us. Yes, Zerg. Zerd, Buzz Lightyear, we finally meet for the last time. Wait, how did you know my name? Come forward and we shall talk. I'm not interested in coming forward. I'm only interested in ending this war so I can help Star Command return back to Earth before your invasions destroy what's left in it. Star Command will never rely on you as I had. That's because you're trying to send more of your robots just to put humanity into extinction. Enough! Now put down your Space Ranger blade and listen. For what? I'm not interested in hearing you. But are you interested in history? Science fiction history? Like what? Have you ever wondered what happened to your father? I already know. He died on that warship because your robots were responsible for him. They were. But he's not dead. At least not yet. What are you talking about? The truth is, Buzz, I am your father. No, you're not. It can't be true. That's not possible. My father is dead. Then tell me, Buzz, how many space craters can it take to fly open? 6 million? Bingo. That does not also explain. Have you ever thought of spending time playing catch on a baseball field rather than spending your time in training? Baseball field. Wait, Dad, is that you? Yes. I don't understand. How did this happen? Come with me. I thought you died on that I had, or should I say I had not. What really happened was, during my mission to save the cadets on that planet, the army was already fled from Star Command, and I went back going against Alicia's orders, but I had to make my efforts. Soon after that, I failed to save the cadets. I nearly drowned through rubble. After that, I was knocked unconscious. So you survived? Yes. I managed to bury myself out. When I woke up, I only found the ship and the cadets. All I saw was blood that had blood. I saw them took off without me. I tried to communicate with them, but my communication was already damaged during the crash. Soon I waited, and I was marooned on this planet for almost a year. But luckily I survived. I spent days, weeks, and months finding shelter and food to eat. Then realizing that Star Command is not coming for me, thinking that they abandoned me. They thought you were dead. Did they? But luckily for me, I survived. But not the way I was expecting. Instead of a Star Command fleet, there was the Solar System fleet. Solar System? I brought that up in case I wanted to be in charge. But yet they were still on to me, believing that there's one Space Ranger left, hoping they will get me to spill the beans. But luckily for me, I took control of their fleet myself. After that, I reprogrammed them by using the inhibitor chip on that ship vessel. After that, they finally obeyed me for the first time of my life. They have. Now, since you're here, I spend all my life seeking for you, knowing what you'll come up. And I never thought it would be you, but I knew it would be. But what do you want with me? We can tell them that you're alive. And then what? So I can face a trial for my army? No. Star Command deserves to be punished for what they abandoned me for. But that doesn't mean you have to stay this way. Alicia Hawthorne never trusted me again. They saw me as a mistake. After that, I was replaced by Commander Burnside. He was greed, arrogant, wishing for power. Don't you think he's gone far? Yeah, he was arrogant. And after that, he said he wanted to place a base on Takina Prime rather just on Earth, thinking it's a good spot for it after they clear out the hostiles. Mark my words, he's not always right. That's why I created this Zerg fleet. I reprogrammed them to follow my orders. A new army of these foot soldiers, trained and programmed for combat, lethal, obedient, and quite amusing and muscular. Zerg, the Star Command Space Ranger cadets are on their way. Deal with them. Wait, that's Izzy and Socks. They came to rescue me. Bring them to me alive. We'll place them into custody for interrogation. Wait, you can't do that. What about Star Command? Star Command has betrayed me. You don't want to live the rest of your life in another nightmare as I have. What if they abandon you too? I cannot risk spending another 2 years losing a son. I spent 50 years and 30 years on that planet until they arrive. I cannot risk any more lives. And as all they ever care about is democracy and politicians, which were a waste of resources. The government will never accept things. All they accept was power. So do you. You only want to take over Star Command not just to become a new commander. You only want to take over Earth just to become an emperor. An evil one. I am not an evil emperor. But I will show them who controls this planet with the iron fist. I don't think so. Where are you going? I'm sorry, Dad. You may be my bloodline, but you're never meant to be a threat. And you're never my connection. No, Buzz. You weren't. Berserk. Hey! Let me go! I'm sorry I can't do this to you, but I refuse to destroy you. But that doesn't mean I cannot experiment on you. What do you mean? You see, I have ways to brainwash them. My laser eye sensors will hypnotize anyone to be my obedient slaves. And you, however, will be the top of my list. But I'm offering you a choice, because I don't wish to test it on my own flesh and blood. My only son I only have left in my family. Ugh, you can't do this. Can I? Once I do, Star Command will be reorganized and rebalanced into the solar system empire, whether you like it or not. I'm doing this for your own good because I've lost your mother, and I'm not going to lose you too. It's the only way to survive from being wasted out of... What happened? I bought you 5 minutes. Socks! Duck! Yeah! Berserk. Thanks. Anytime. What? Did you get him? You don't know the half of it. What is it? Zerg is not who you think he is. Then who is he? Well, it turns out he's my traitor. No. Don't waste your time, Buzz. It's only a matter of fact that we have to face the future. You think you and I are not the same, Buzz? Star Command has already betrayed you. You just can't recognize the emotions yet. I'm not gonna be like you. Well, if you're not gonna be me, then you're not gonna be anyone but yourself. Trust me, it's for your own good. You may be my father, but I'm not your enemy. Ugh. Socks. Set it to self-destruct. Right on it. No. I'm sorry to do this, but... There, I said it. Self-destruct in 10 seconds. What? I'm sorry, 10 minutes. Oh. Hey! No! Ivan, disacknowledge the self-destruct sequence. I'm sorry, Zerg, but it's out of my power. No! Ivan! Ivan! You foolish feline. Do you realize what you've done? You set this thing off course. Even we'll be vaporized as well. I had to, but it's not too late to put you into custody. We can still get out of it. The only one who's escaping is me. And as for you, I'm gonna wish I never designed you in the first place. Building you was my mistake. You were my maker? Yes. So, prepare to die. Not today, Zerg. Yes. My cannon. It's weak. Quick, grab my hand. I can still get you out of here. And then what? Take me into custody? I'd rather die with honor and vengeance. No! Come on, Buzz. Let's get out of here. There's still a ship nearby. Let's see how this works. That was a close one. We made it. Yeah, so did Izzy and her friends. They made it too. That was close. At least the war is over. We can all go back to Earth. Or maybe we can stay in Takina Prime and start a new base here. There's a possibility if there is any life forms around the galaxy who are willing to become the new generations. Well, I'm willing. Buzz, I'm sorry about your father. Yeah. Even though since he turned rogue for almost like 50 years. I guess it doesn't matter right now. But you can still live on with his legacy. Well, before he was marooned. You're right. No matter what. But let's just keep this a secret. Just the two of us. Are you sure? I don't want to report this. All I can say was that Zerg was the one who murdered my father. Because he's dead. Speaking of which, I wonder whatever happened to Zerg. I don't know. But wherever he is, he's out there. Waiting.